Hindus, suffering and gods. As is birth, so is death, and so is the dwelling in the mother's womb. Thus, is the manifest the misery of the world? How can there be a satisfaction here for thee? Hindus knows that the life is full of suffering and miseries, and therefore man dwells in the ocean of agony, that is Bhavsagar, and try to overcome this ocean of distress. To get rid of sufferings is the only way to follow the path of our religion. The God for Hindus is the only touchstone which will remove sufferings from life. God can take them out from this Bhavsagar, and only God is the one who is testing, punishing, and will one day bless his showers. The God or gods are one who is omnipotent, omnipresent, and also a father who is testing his sons, like that of Christianity and Islam. And now, pleasing God or gods with sweets and offering are the only way to get blessings. For Hindus at present, God wants his devotees to sing songs and make prayers, and he will one day listen to these prayers and again bless showers of wealth and happiness. The only way to get rid of suffering is to please God or gods. But ancient Hindus took the meaning of suffering and to overcome this suffering differently. For them, suffering is real and understand that where there is life, there is suffering. To overcome the suffering in life, philosophies came out to make people understand the reality of life. Suffering is not in the way of poverty, exploitation, mismanagement, but suffering in the words of injury, illness, old age, and death. For ancient Hindus, suffering is caused because of greed, attachment, desires, jealousy, instability, envy, distrust, insecurity, and such feelings that emerge from human minds. Yes, for Hindus, life is full of sufferings. It is common as life as like of rain or like of winter or winds, and therefore there is no expedient for suicide, and thus there is no running away from the life in the main teaching of Hindu Darshana. Hindu philosophies brought rationality to understand the reality and rational way of life, and thus for them overcoming all suffering is to live a life on rationality. But Hindu text shows that to get rid of suffering, there was no need of God or gods, or to make God or gods please. There was no role of God or gods in taking away the distress from life. Badrayana, the school of Vedanta, taught that all suffering and their cause is avidya, that is wrong knowledge, An object of philosophy is to remove this wrong knowledge by means of right knowledge, which is Brahman, which is Brahma, the highest bliss. Even Karika and Sutras of Sankhya, the oldest Hindu darshan, elaborate three kinds of sufferings. And the goal is to overcome these sufferings. For them, the suffering is the main problem, and to get away from this suffering is the only path of true knowledge. Knowledge for them is capable of removing all physical and mental pains. And for yoga philosophy, the problem of suffering can be resolved by Chittavriti Nirodh, that is, cessation of manifestation of thoughts. And this can be attained by the eightfold path of yoga. The perfect freedom is the only way of removing all type of sufferings. Now, Vaisheshik promised to the followers that only knowledge is the final cessation to get rid of pain. And Nyaya, in the first sutra, said that complete bliss or aparagra is the highest reward, which is obtained by the complete destruction of all type of pain, is only through logical bend of mind or deduction of true knowledge. Suffering are desires or attachment to the worldly things. The attachment towards worldly things is related to mind, and it arises the streams of thoughts. We suffer for what we have done, and we reap what we sown. Vedanta took avidya or wrong knowledge for sufferings. Sankhya took avivek or mistaken knowledge for sufferings. Nyaya took mithya jnana, that is erroneous knowledge, responsible for suffering. Hindus dealt the problem of suffering so widely that they touch every common man in it. Now, what knowledge does to remove the suffering or distress? Hindu text says that reality or real knowledge took man into the stage of bliss. This state of bliss is attaining by knowledge, and therefore, wherever there is bliss, there is no suffering. Even Hindu epics describes that when God incarnated, they too suffered and they too faced sufferings, and Hindu gods were not magicians healing people or acting against the natural laws. Even Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita said there is no one who can change the reaction of any action. People reap what they sow.